Hi everyone, I'm Edoardo and today I will introduce you to our podcast about the Erasmus project. We will tell you our personal experiences, the similarities and the main differences we found during the Erasmus. Last year I went to Falticeni, a small Romanian town at about 2 hours from Moldova. Instead of staying in an hotel, we have been hosted by some Romanian students. This helped us to understand better their lifestyle. This experience made me realize that there are not so many differences between us and them. The biggest difference in this case was the currency. They had lei instead of euro, so we had to change our money when we landed in Romania. Other than that, the only differences I've noticed were just some habits like lunch or dinner time. I was pleasantly impressed that their mentality was not very different from ours. In fact, we got along very well. Now, my classmate Julia is going to talk about her experience in this project.
Hi, my name is Giulia, and I'm going to talk about my experience in the Erasmus project. 2 years ago, in March, I went to Turkey with some of my classmates. I was very happy because I got along with all the boys in the group, and it was a pleasure to share this experience with them. But at the same time, I was worried about what I was going to live in Turkey. I was worried about the cultural differences between the Turkish culture and mine, and I didn't know how the people look like, how the food tastes like, but I couldn't wait to see Aleyna, a Turkish girl that I met during the mobility in Italy. On Sunday at 4 a.m. started the best travel of my life. When we arrived in the hotel in the afternoon, we understood that it wasn't a tourist hotel. There were only Turkish people, and the receptionist didn't speak very well English. Other things that confused my idea happened the next morning. For breakfast, there were eggs, tomatoes, cheese, milk, and ham, and there wasn't any sweet option for a more Western breakfast. That day, I finally met Elena. We were both very happy, and I gave her a present. She invited me for a dinner with her family, and I immediately accepted the invite. One day we went to a day trip in Cappadocia. It was the best day of the journey. Cappadocia is a magical place for me. It is different from all the places that I ever seen. And when I was there, I realized how lucky I was to live this experience. We spent a wonderful day, and what could be a better conclusion for this day than a dinner with Elena family. So in the evening, I say bye to my classmates and teachers, and I went to Elena's house. Her parents was so happy to see me, and they wanted to make me feel as good as possible in their house. We had a traditional Turkish dinner, and all the food they cooked for me tasted very good. That was the perfect conclusion for this day. I would have a lot of memory to tell you, the night in the boys' room, all the wonderful people that I met, and so on. But for me, that's all. Now Marco will talk about his experience abroad.
Hello, my name is Marco, and I will tell you about the dissimilarities I encountered when I was abroad. Unfortunately, I didn't get to live the Erasmus experience, but I struggled in Europe many times, and I'm proud to call myself a traveler. First of all, experiencing a different lifestyle is absolutely awesome, because no matter where you go, Europe has an extremely wide gamut of cultures. I really enjoyed the idea of adapting to a different environment. For example, when I went to Dublin last year, everyone used to have dinner at 6 pm, and I just couldn't believe it. In my opinion, living these different cultures is what makes a person rich, and the best way of doing it is living your country with a cosmopolitan spirit and being ready to seize the day. Every time I visit a new city, I set a personal goal, like visiting at least one landmark a day, to make sure I won't regret not having done enough when I come back to Italy. Another thing that made me gape is the solidarity spirit the Parisians had when I visited France. I had to stay in my hotel without being able to use any convenience because there was a manifestation going on and the whole city was blocked by protesters. This amazed me because it showed how hard a country can fight for something they believe in. Overall, I just love the variety of ideologies and principles you can discover in this continent. I think the Erasmus project is absolutely necessary to understand what I mean and to improve the languages you study. Now my classmate Alessio will tell you more about the Erasmus experience.
Hi, my name is Alessio Biasini, and today I would like to talk about my Erasmus experience. An experience that I recommend to everyone because it introduces you to new places and people who have different lifestyle from ours. But it's not only this Erasmus. It's also about improving one's own knowledge of the language and opening your mind to new habits and new thoughts that are different from ours. For these reasons, Erasmus, in my opinion, it's helped a lot of who is mentally closet, but above all to look out at every horizon. To close my presentation, I would like to say that it's really recommended to all this project or similar. Is that any country you go to visit and any person you know, you will not be absolutely disappointed.